Hey guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We are back in the kitchen, the OG thrift haul location. For those of you that just started following us, you may have never seen us go live in our kitchen.
Yeah, unless you watched an older video. We've got over 100 thrift hauls now, and I would say a good 60 or 70 of them are in here.
Well, we've only had the shop for a year.
Less
we did
than
them
a
in
year.
here before that.
Yeah.
So maybe there's only 52 weeks in a year.
Okay, so maybe like 50.
Anyways, welcome to our thrift haul. If you love thrift hauls, make sure that you hit that subscribe and notifications button. This is actually not live, it's a premiere because we are currently in Encinitas with Debbie for her grand opening, but we couldn't miss out on a thrift haul.
And of course I gotta fiddle with the camera. I'm gonna bring it closer. We're not gonna cut this, so it'll be like what it is, just like a regular thrift haul.
Filmed live.
Hey look, that floor still squeaks over there.
Well, you know the squeaky didn't get fixed.
All right.
And yes, Tom, there are apples back there. Tom, and cookies.
We had some apples off of our tree and it was great.
The snacks are full. We've got our M&M cookies, pecans. Pecans are looking sad, and some pistachios.
But there's almonds. I'm just waiting for the pecans to go all the way away and then I'll fill it up with almonds.
You could just put the almonds on top of pecans.
Can you? All right, let's talk about stuff.
So I went thrifting without Zeb. I went to Savers. I went to 2. Most of it just came from 1. And now here's the thing with Savers. If you take donations, they give you a coupon for 20% off. And then for every $100 you spend, if you're in their club, you also get 20% off. So when I give you the prices, just take 20% off the top. I don't want to do the math because I always have a coupon.
Always.
Always. Because they're a little bit spendy, but when you save that 20%, it makes it reasonable.
Yeah, Savers is a little more expensive, at least in our area, than DI, but they have really good stuff. Like, they curate their donations well.
So they have more expensive decor, but their furniture's cheaper. But they didn't have any furniture I wanted. So we picked up these. These are made of is it cast iron? It's rusty.
These are weapon grade.
They are weapon grade. They were $6.99 each. I'm gonna sell them for $14.95 each, and they have a copper patina. They're not actually made of copper. What do you think they're made of?
I think this looks like it's like some sort of aluminum, and
it's like heavy, almost like cast iron, but it's not.
And they may, yeah, I think it's aluminum, and they may have, it might even be pewter, but I doubt it.
No.
I think it's aluminum that's been copper plated, if that's even possible. That's what it looks like.
I'm gonna show you up close. So it's got the copper, and I'm not gonna do anything. Like, the finish is really great on these. They look good as a set, but I'll sell them individually for $14.95 each, and then somebody can buy the set of 3, or they can buy them, you know, one at a time. If you're interested in buying anything at tonight's thrift haul, we used to have you guys email Caitlin, but now we put everything up on the website. So if you go to JamiRayVintageHome.com, click Saturday Night Thrift Haul, and you'll find all the items for a whole week. At the end of the week, we move everything to the other categories, so that way only the most recent thrift haul items are in the thrift haul collection. So let's...
I gotta get used to this tripod. I haven't used it in a long time, and it's
nice.
much taller than our other. Yeah, it's my best tripod. I don't know why I don't have it at the shop. It's been sitting in the corner in our bedroom for like 6-7 months. All right, tin. Lots of fun detail on this. These are great to paint and like white wax to bring that detail out. This was $4.99. Take 20% off of that. So
I'll sell it for like $16.95. Is a good price point for that. And we'll definitely paint and wax it. And it's got these fun little handles. And yeah, anytime you can find embossed tin like that, oh, it's missing one handle. So it's a single handle basket.
Fun little painted handle.
Handle, yeah. Anyways, anytime you find this, it's great to paint. Next, lots of decor. Very French country vibe going tonight.
Yeah, no furniture unless you're the gnome. He got a chair.
The gnome has his chair. Do you want to talk about the gnomes?
Well, I got the bird front and center ready to go.
Okay. Resin or metal?
It's hard to
Plaster.
say. Hold on, let me look at the bottom. It's plaster.
It says not food safe or waterproof for decoration only. It's a bird planter, and it does have this dried flowers, which are really hot this season for fall. If you buy it, I will ship it with this, but I'm not guaranteeing it's going to arrive alive.
These flowers are
very
delicate,
fragile. So I'll send it, but no promises made on it. So mostly
this is terracotta.
Oh, it's terracotta?
Yeah, I just peeked inside here and it's got a little chip off of it, but it's terracotta.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so, and I'm not gonna paint it. It's got a couple of chips in it, but I like the finish. It's like a chippy cream, and I don't think it needs any improvement. How much did I pay for that?
$3.99.
That's crazy that those were sneeze. Those are $6.99 and this is
Get those
$3.99.
little fluffy flower things away. They got something in them. I'm
$3.99,
teasing.
and I'm gonna sell it for $19.95.
They didn't make me sneeze. I've been sneezy all day.
All right, moving
Something
the bird
in the
over
air.
here.
Now we're to the gnome. These
Gnomes
guys.
are hot. If you guys are pickers, if you put these in your booths, I promise you they will not sit around for long. I'm gonna cut this dumb little tag off.
It says decorative use only, not a toy.
So it got sprayed with Lysol because you just never know. It has beans in the bottom so it won't fall over.
His beard and hair are off the chain.
It's so cute. It's a good size gnome too. So I paid $4.99 for it, and I'm gonna sell it for $19.95 because it is a big
It's like
gnome.
a 13, 14-inch tall gnome. And
I know, it's so
even with the
cute.
crooked hat. And his chair.
Oh yeah, the chair does not come with it. The chair is $2.99, and I will sell this chair for probably like $10.95.
Yeah, right around there.
But
A little fun little
they
doll
do
chair.
go. I mean, the size, I didn't even plan it that way.
You could paint that chair green, like an aviary.
I like this color. It's kind of like
It's like a yellowish.
It's like a mustardy color. What
Reminds
color?
me of
of
sandy
sweet?
blonde.
No, there's a Sweet Pickens color. This color. It's kind of like sandy. Like if
There's
it's
mustard.
If Sandy Blonde and Queen Bee had a baby, it would be this chair.
There you go. All right, so this little brass,
Squeaky.
I don't know what to call it, bowl,
Chalice.
is pretty cool. It's got stamped fleur-de-lis in it.
Yep. It's got the fleur-de-lis design. It's got the ribs on the bottom. It's got a little bit of tarnish, just the right amount. How much did I pay for that one?
You paid a whopping $3.99.
I feel like this is a $9.95 situation all day long.
Yeah.
It's cute. And it was, hold on, so it says solid brass, made in India. That is
India?
really small letters.
It's very tiny. It was
It's a
really
nice piece
making
of
your
brass.
2015 work.
Okay, so these, when I first saw them, I thought, okay, they definitely are older because of the style. Let me show you this one. And I looked down on the bottom, and this was made by somebody, I can't read the name, but I think it says 1980. Is that right?
Mine says
Which is-
like 1928 if it says anything.
We'll see it.
Let me look at yours.
It does say 1928.
This one says 1980, so there's no way that could be 1928 because they're the same.
Well, they're really cute, and they're definitely the vintage style dolls.
1980, a year
Hand-painted
before I was born.
Hand painted, a couple of chips, but nothing crazy, and I just think they're really precious.
You
How much
know,
were they each?
They were $2.99.
$2.99. I'll sell them for $9.95 each, and I like the look of them because they're almost like watercolor.
It's alarming to me. Suddenly I'm sitting here contemplating the fact that those were made a year before I was born and they're almost 40 years old.
Zeb, do you know what that means?
Actually, this year, depending on when they were made, they'll be 40 years old.
Do you know what that means?
What?
You're almost 40.
I'm feeling it. I really am. I'm sitting here right now contemplating what my midlife crisis should be. I think a boat.
You can have a boat after I get a pool, but I was gonna tell you, I was at the grocery store tonight while I was waiting for Delia to get done with cheer, and I was talking to the checker, and I'm like, man, I'm tired, it's 9 o'clock. And he looked at me, and I'm like, listen, I'm late 30s. I didn't want to say almost 40. I'm late 30s, okay? So 9 o'clock is late. I can work late into the night, but if I'm not working, I'm in bed.
Well,
That's what I'm doing at 9 o'clock at night.
So Jack, I'll show you these and then I'll tell you another quick story about why we're so tired. Okay, so these are candlesticks. They look weapon grade, but they're a resin. They're not.
Yeah, so don't
they're not
hit
for
somebody
swinging.
or you'll break them. I mean, you only want to use them as a weapon if you're not going to break
Last
them.
resort.
So
Last
$5.99, and this one was $4.99. I'll sell them for $24.95 for the pair.
Are we gonna paint them or leave them black?
Yeah, we should probably paint those.
I think those are a great candidate because they have kind of a, like on camera they look good, but in real life when you touch them they have kind of like a plasticky feel.
And the detail is kind of lost on it. Same thing with this too. So this is a Believe sign, which I think will be super cute for Christmas. It was $2.99. It didn't have a tag, so the manager had to price it for me. And I will paint this and then we'll sell it for $16.95. But when we paint this, look, on camera, can you really hardly even tell what it says? No.
I can't.
But when I paint it white swan and I wet distress it, it's gonna be like Believe magic.
There you go. There you can read it. Look at all that detail it's got on there.
And you can't even hardly tell
You do
because
this
it's
and you're like,
one-dimensional.
oh, where's it at?
It needs white swan magic.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
what did I say? $16.95?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to re-watch this because Ivy's gonna put this on the website tomorrow. Well, actually, if you're watching it, it's already there, but for us, it's tomorrow, and I need to make sure I give her all the correct pricing.
Anything copper. If you're into thrifting and finding awesome things to do with home decor, copper.
Okay, first of all, this is in French, and what's better than copper? French copper. It says lait saucière, which means this is a sauce. It's how you heat up your caramel sauce. They are tinned on the inside. I can see some of the copper coming through. So I would say if you're gonna actually use these to cook in, you would need to have them re-tinned because you've got copper exposed, it can be dangerous. What is
so
that
this says Tegas, made in Portugal, 67N.
I have no idea what that means.
Someone will.
It was $1.49, which is a smoking deal for copper. I actually have a whole pile of copper up there that I think I paid how many euros? Probably 100 euros for my copper over there or more.
I think you talked him down to 100 euros.
Yeah.
He was...
I paid a lot of euros. I certainly didn't pay $1.49 or $1.99. So I'm going to sell this for $19.95 each.
And these are in better shape than the ones you got.
Well, the ones I have don't have wood handles. They have the metal handles that are riveted. But I actually really like the wood on this, and it's got the brass.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool. So, gorgeous decorations. I actually think that I would use these for flower arrangements. Wouldn't that be pretty? Anyways,
you know,
always buy copper. It sells.
We may need to keep this at the house for us because the salt is never with the pepper ever. It's like one is in the cupboard and one is not. Do you think that if it comes with a dainty little carrier that the kids are going to put it back any more than they do now? Yeah, I think they might because our kids are a little like me in some ways and they get eye twitches when things aren't right.
They're also a lot like me and it's going to be all over the place. Better to sell them. So these were $2.99. I think stainless still. But look at this darling little basket.
It's very ornate for how small it is.
It's got a little bit of tarnish to it, which we love, little rust, little tarnish. We will take the salt and pepper out. I'm not giving people used salt and pepper. At least I try not to. And then it's got like a pressed glass detail in them. They're just really cute. Perfect for a little tea party.
Oh my goodness, anyways, it's like a nesting tin over here.
$19.95 for this set. Salt and pepper shakers always sell well.
All right, we'll show you that in a second. So this sifter is pretty cool. It looks old. It might be older than it, I don't know.
It's in good shape, but it is actually old because I looked inside here and where was it? It's from Japan.
Oh, nice.
And they don't import stuff from Japan anymore because it's expensive. So most things that are stamped Japan are vintage or like from the 60s-ish.
That is an awesome sifter too. It's got 3 little discs that rotate around inside there.
I mean, if they did import it, oh, that's squeaky.
It is squeaky, I'll stop.
It's got the painted enamel on the handle, and this is like original enamel paint on here. I've never seen this color before. Somebody didn't paint it to look like this because you can see the rose gold rivets. A little bit of rust on the inside of the handle, and then the rose gold sifter part is in really great shape.
I didn't see the price on that.
$1.99, and I'm gonna sell it for $16.95 because it's really unique.
I can't tell if this is copper or like a...
It's brass.
Brassy tin.
No,
type.
it's brass.
But they're like...
They're nesting.
It was $4.99 for all of them?
Yes.
Wow.
Usually Savers is expensive. I'm gonna sell a set for $24.95, and I think that's a great deal because
it's got a little bit of patina on it.
It's got character.
All right, so
isn't that cute?
You think you got one little tin, and then pop this open. Oh, you could actually lock that. It's got a
It looks
nice
almost
clasp.
medieval, huh?
Yeah, and then 3. That's cool. I like those.
I knew you'd like that.
I like, excuse me, I like little containers.
He gets it from his mother. She also likes little containers. It's stamped 54. What does that one have a stamp on it? I think that
where
the
did
numbers
you find your stamp at?
Right there.
They look handmade too.
Yeah, it's got a stamp. Can you guys see that? They're probably worth like $9 million, but I'm gonna sell for $24.95.
I don't know if they're worth that much.
They're really cool the way that they're put together. They're definitely not modern. I've just never seen anything like it. I love the stamped detail in them.
Yeah, they're handmade, you can tell, because
they're kind of delicate. I wouldn't give them to kids.
Everything is kind of just pressed and crimped and not uniformly cut. Like this is a little longer than this. It's close, but that's cool.
Yeah, they're way cool.
It's a good find.
Yeah, I actually would probably keep them if we weren't going to be moving. So yeah, be careful because they are delicate. I don't know how old they are, but there you go.
It seems we have a
I feel like I might have to Google this, but I'm thinking $24.95.
Don't hold it to it. She might change the price on you if it ends up being like $300 on Etsy.
If it winds up being $40, I'll keep it at $24.95.
Got something in my throat. I'm sorry, guys.
Hand carved and hand painted rooster.
Yep, from the Philippines.
$6.99. I will sell it for $24.95 because it's actually a big rooster.
It is fairly large.
It does have some chipping on it, and so I was thinking we could just take some dark wax.
Yeah, that would
and
hide
hit
that.
all the chipping, and it would look good because it's already got a dark wax look to it, anyways.
No, I like it.
And there's really no need to repaint it because the paint finish is cool. So there you go. Well, the rooster's coming this way.
This is resin, but it doesn't look resin. It does need a new paint job. It's got a couple little chips. Looks like it's lived outside in someone's garden.
It had a pot in it, plant in it.
Oh yeah, I can see the
It looks like
potting
water
soil.
lily with red wax. It's kind of a weird combo.
Or maybe it almost looks like it could be, you know how you could probably get this effect? It's a good one. Is do the cherry picked and then do water lily like a dry brush over it.
You could. Yeah.
I think
We're gonna
that
give it a
would
new
work.
paint finish. It'll be $22.95 because it's a big urn. And urns, and you can't tell because of the dark color, but it's
Tons of
got
detail.
a lot of detail and it's got a lot of age. It could look way cooler than it does.
We'll have to wipe the counter off once we're
All
done.
right.
Okay. I feel like there's stuff inside of here.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's just heavy. It's actual wood.
So some of these boxes are really chintzy. They're like that bamboo balsa wood. But this is like bent wood. Like they steamed it to do this.
I've always wanted to try that. I've seen people do it. I've watched lots of videos on
And
it.
it's got, I bought it, I don't normally buy boxes like this, but I bought it because it had that detail on the side. And then all the little nails, and it's like a heavier quality, and I just thought it was really cool.
Yeah, they basically made it out of like 3-ply plywood, but
They
it's well
steamed
done.
it.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
So it was, what was the price? $2.99, and I will sell this probably for like, I don't know, $12.95 for this. And I'm not gonna paint it because I think it has a really great natural look, and it would really look really good with farmhouse decor because the lighter wood with some white and some greenery.
What are we gonna paint tonight? Are we painting things?
We got stuff to paint.
We got lots of time. I think we're breezing through this without answering comments.
17 minutes when we don't have questions.
Oh, I did. I was gonna tell a story and I forgot. So we come home the other night and Jack has been in our bedroom watching TV, and apparently there was some jumping that happened on the bed, and our curtains were ripped off the wall, like the whole rod and everything. This is the second time he's done this. I had just fixed them last week because, you know,
and they've been broken a month.
I got lots of time to fix things right now. Anyway, we come home and it's down on the bed, and we're like, Jack, what happened? He's like, that was totally an accident. I don't even know how that happened.
He didn't say it was an accident. He's like, it just happened. It just happened.
But anyway, so that's why we're so tired today, because we woke up super early because the sun was shining right in my window.
We
and
worked
we were up until 1?
Yeah.
1 last night doing the floors?
We were done about midnight, but then we came home and had cookies and watched Star Trek till 1.
You gotta wind down. You can't just, I've never been able to just like come home and plop into bed and be like, I'm sleeping now.
When we work till 2, I can. Midnight, I can stay up for a little bit. Okay.
All right, so this little basket was $4.99.
And I'm gonna sell it for probably like $16.95.
Leaving it this color?
Yeah, it's got a great finish. This color looks good in the fall, but also carries into winter. So I think the color's really great, and I don't think there's any reason to paint it. It's got a little bit of distress to it. The black coming through, it does need to be cleaned.
What would you put in it? Like these fabric pumpkins you've been
put
collecting?
oh yes, fabric pumpkins. You could put a bunch of fruit in it.
No?
You could put
Real fruit or fake fruit?
real fruit.
Your call.
Do we have any fake fruit in our house?
We don't, but I always want to thrift it.
Sometimes we have fake lemons.
Yeah.
In the summer.
But that's not very fall fruit.
But yeah, no.
Apples would work.
Apples, too much red.
Maybe some random nuts in here with
Bananas.
some
nuts would fall out the holes.
Pine cones. I don't know. You'll have to really figure
so
that out.
I think it'd be
pumpkin
really
idea
cute
is
to put
good.
some hay bales in here with pumpkins on it.
Oh, the little hay bales.
Or never underestimate flipping a basket over and using it as a riser. We do this all the time in the shop, But if you've got a little vignette and you need to add some height to something, this is a nice flat surface that you could put things on and then have something small in front.
You just blew my mind with the riser idea.
Earlier you were all about the design and now I've got the design.
I don't know that I was all about the design earlier. I was just like, hey, look, this goes with this, right?
Since it's Thursday, we filmed our stay-at-home shopping network. I mean, you're watching it Saturday, but for us it's Thursday, so that's what we were doing earlier.
So these look like they're dyed burlap and then some sort of fancy material on this little pumpkin. It's got some felt leaves.
Damask or something, kind of medieval looking. I don't think it was hand sewn. If it was, they're very good at their job, but they did hot glue the leaves on, so maybe it was handmade.
Could be.
Yeah, $2.99. I'm gonna sell it for, I don't know. $10.95.
$10.95.
$10.95. I had to think about it.
Okay.
It's very cute. Actually, it looks really good. Watch, look blow your mind.
It's
another riser.
Bowl riser.
Because the green matches. So the reason why I bought this, I don't normally buy this color, but this color is perfect for fall. Do you see how well it goes with this fall pumpkin? It's Pyrex. It was $5.99 and I'm gonna sell it for $12.95.
It's got a couple little scratches.
It's got a couple little scratches, but the color overall is good and it's perfect for fall. It actually lends itself to Christmas because I love using this color. This is kind of like gypsy green.
Yeah.
And that's a good Christmas color, especially for farmhouse. So
it's a little bit darker than the aviary and still not like bam in your face bright green.
I think you could put a bunch of red apples in this and it would be good.
Yeah.
So $12.95.
I like tomatoes.
I sell all Pyrex for $12.95 unless it's little. That's just my jam. And if it's worth $1 million, then maybe $14.95.
The Pyrex?
Sometimes Pyrex.
How come things are worth $1 million tonight?
Because it's after 9 and I'm almost 40. I'm tired.
So this is a fun little tin.
It's definitely
All
vintage.
right, so this is pressed together. I thought that it may be separated because you see the little lip there, but it doesn't. But check out the detail on that.
This is not like your grandma's cheap tin. So it's got gorgeous flowers and then all of these dots are raised. They're like painted on there individually, probably mass produced, but it says.
Well, it looks like it's pressed tin and then they just did all the individual colors.
It looks
on
European to me, but I don't know for sure. Let me see what it says. Container made in Holland.
Holland, you were
This
right.
does look Dutch.
Tell your sister you were right.
Tell my sister I was right about what?
It's a Star Wars line. If you didn't catch it, I can't explain it.
I did. How did I miss that?
It's in the old movies.
So it's made in Holland. It was $4.99. I'm gonna sell it for $22.95 because it's gorgeous. It's got great texture. It looks vintage. I mean, I'm not sure that it is, but it looks vintage. It's got a little bit of cracking, and it's like a good thick material. And it came all the way from Holland. It probably had some delicious butter cookies in it at one point.
Stop it with the butter cookies. I need some cookies and I need some butter cookies and milk right now. The flaky butter cookies.
If you do a good job painting, I'll let you have some cookies.
All right, these are cast iron. Looks like they're the top of a
Fence post.
fence post. Yep, metal fence post.
A little bit of rust.
A lot of bit of rust.
$4.99 each, and
not-
they're stinking like cool.
Not so much that they couldn't be a TIE fighter.
They kind of look like a tow hitch to me.
Yeah, they do. A little
But they're perfect for a vignette. You could put them on the top of something cool. I don't know. Cast iron is always my jam. I'm gonna sell them for $12.95 each. And yeah, they're cool.
They would be great paperweights if you needed something of that nature.
I mean, your paper would not move.
No.
It is cast iron.
You rip it trying to
Okay.
slide it out from underneath.
Here's a tray, $3.99. It's gonna get stenciled tonight, and then we'll sell it for $19.95. I actually don't think it needs a new base coat because I like this dark color.
Yeah, it's good. It's like a dark walnut.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of gold, almost metallic-y to it. I don't know. I don't know if somebody sprayed it or not, but anyways. If I wasn't gonna paint it, I'd probably sell it for like $12.95, but stenciled, it's a $19.95-er.
It's just the dust picking up the shine from the lights.
Because I feel like I gotta buy a lantern every week. I bought this, but I don't think I've ever seen something like this before. It definitely, I feel like it needs a paint job.
Yeah, well, someone tried to do like a faux distress on
The
there.
distress is bad.
Check it. It's just like it got scratched with like 80 grit sandpaper or something.
Like they spray painted it They were not using DIY paint.
Don't use 80 grit to distress your stuff. And
Well, don't try to distress sand paint, like spray paint. It doesn't work.
And there's like red marker up on the top or something.
Yeah. So it's $4.99, and I will probably sell it for about $20.
It looks like it used to have something that ran through the bottom here all the way. Oh, I bet it did. It looks like it hooked down on the bottom and ran through the top like a little chain.
Oh.
But it's gone. So now it's a shelf
It's heavier
setter.
duty though. It's not chintzy.
No, yeah, it's nice. It's well built.
You could put a candle.
And it has lived outside and survived.
It survived the outdoor test.
Yep.
So, $20. It's cute.
What color are you gonna paint it? Did you say?
I don't know if we'll get to painting it or not. Eventually. Okay. We've got tiles that look like ceiling tins. You know how I love that. So this one,
Is
it's
that
got
metal?
no, the middle is metal, and then it's got a wood
it's
frame,
framed.
and it's got cookie doos on the back. It's kind of French country as is, but more like a la like early 2000s French country, so it does need a paint job. $4.99. I'll sell it for probably like $16.95. This is all metal. It was $6.99. Made in India. It definitely needs a new paint job, and I'll sell it for $19.95. This is bigger.
Browns and tans have their place, and it's
Yeah,
not on tins.
You know, browns and tans have their places in 1995 to 2005.
On all the houses in Utah. They're all brown.
That's how you like this house that we live in now. It's brown.
It's like a taupey gray brown.
Or you
color.
know, like the naughty alder cabinets with granite countertops was all the rage with tan walls.
I still like a naughty alder cabinet.
Just like it because it's naughty.
It looks good.
All right, let's get to painting.
All right, I'm gonna paint this. We have, in true fashion, like the old thrift haul videos, we used to put like a big drop cloth out here, but for a long time we just used a towel.
It's a classy towel.
And this is the same towel that has been used. I've been saving it in the garage for such a momentous walk down memory lane.
It's got a lot of sentimental. It's probably not making it to the farmhouse, I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I have a plethora of rags out
You
there.
have a plethora.
Literally, they're just like overflowing out of my
All right,
rag
I
bin.
will paint this. You find a stencil and stencil that.
Okay.
I brought the stencil box.
Why don't you bring that over here so we can reach it instead of having to walk over there?
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Hey, the new heat gun, it hasn't even been used. It's still
and then
wrapped
whatever
up.
you ordered from Amazon is also here.
Oh,
Sandpaper.
sandpaper, and also the fan that I broke on the. We haven't even used
My brand new oven hood, $500. We got it on sale for $300. This guy
I dropped
over
some
here
stuff out of the
drops-
roof and then I turned it on to make sure everything was good and it broke the fan blades all to bits. Don't do it. Don't turn it on thinking there something might not have dropped in there. This looks like a something out of Star
It's
Trek.
high class.
I like it.
It's a brand I actually know. Let me get a butter knife. You know, I do miss having the drawer right there.
You know, I'm actually liking the big space back behind too.
Yeah, I think since the farmhouse is so close to the shop, we can start doing.
Well, once the farmhouse is done, maybe we need to rethink our studio situation.
So this is skeleton key.
Do you have another brush in there for me?
I got all kinds of brushes.
'Cause
What,
this-
you need a stencil brush? I don't have any baby stencil brushes. I only got the big Ma'am Jammas.
Okay, what do you want? A dark? Well, we probably never mind.
You're gonna stencil it in white?
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna go real farmhouse with it.
What are you gonna stencil on it? Oh, you know what? You should stencil that truck.
Oh,
Will the truck fit?
yeah, I'll see if it'll fit.
If you don't stencil it, you know it'd be so cute. The bottle brush trees, if they fit.
Oh yeah, I'll look at and see if those. So we have these. You can see we're so busy we didn't wash this stencil
From
from
last
last
week.
Saturday.
The peony one is amazing. If you guys haven't checked it out, go to JamiRayVintage.com. We've got all the new stencils in the new stencil collection. Or find your local retailer. We've got a map at jrvwholesale.com. We have over 100 retailers in the United States, Canada, Australia, and Germany.
I used the map today to send someone a link because they were having trouble finding a retailer close to Vancouver, and we have one that's about 50 miles away, so not like right there, but maybe worth a day trip if you need something.
Well, we do have over 200 stencils, so they probably don't carry everything. So if there's something you're looking for, let them know so they can get it in on their order.
Yeah. Well, and if you're in Canada, it might be cheaper to be like, hey, can you get me this stencil and have them get it for you? And then, you know, instead of just like ordering it directly. All right, so here's the bottle. Here are the bottle brush trees. Oh, you can see them in the camera there.
Those are cute.
I think I'm gonna go in ascending order, and I think I'm just gonna leave them white.
You're gonna go white?
They'll be snow-laden trees.
I like it. I think one coat of skeleton key is probably gonna be good for this. And then I'll push it over to the side and paint something else.
So they're a little wider because the stencil, this one got bigger to accommodate the larger stencil. Can you guys see what I'm doing there? Let me angle the camera down a little bit. We're gonna go back up high and angle down. Because this tripod can do it. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, it's like it's a thrift haul miracle that. Actually, we did thrift that tripod.
I did. I thrifted it down in Anthem at a Habitat for Humanity.
We thrift not just for thrift hauls, just so you know. I found a Lehi shirt at the thrift store. I bought a measuring cup the other day. If I need something and the thrift store has it, I will buy it. Because it's going to be used after I own it anyways. All right, move that tile over. DIY paint is all natural, so it's safe to use inside. And if you get it on your countertops, like we have Corian, they wash right off.
And these Corian countertops, if you want a countertop that you can craft with and cook on, these things are bulletproof. I mean, we got 5 kids and we've lived in this house 9 years now.
We have 5 kids, but now we're down to 4, but we picked up 2 old people, so it's about the same.
They might be due to be resurfaced, but they're
I thought
still
you were
in good
talking about
shape.
my parents. I was
Yeah,
like,
resurface the old people.
I was talking about my parents. I love my parents. They're cute. They're in the other room. We're like, if you come out, you're gonna be on our thrift haul video.
Your dad used the fact that we were gonna be on doing a video to leverage a couple of cookies out of me.
He's diabetic.
Well, he said I gave him the questionnaire. I'm like, hey, how's your sugar and when's the last time you tested it? And he's like, oh, I'm good. So unless he's become a chronic liar to get cookies, I think he's all right.
I feel like this skeleton key matches my shirt. My shirt is from JRB Closet, which is also at JamiRayVintageHome.com. I have no idea if we actually still have this in stock, but it's one of my favorites.
It is cool. It's got some fun embroidery on it.
And it's got that like
gauzy. Is that
gauzy.
what you call that, embroidery?
Yeah. And it's got like that fringe, and then it's like a gauzy material. So if it's wrinkled, you don't really know, like, is it supposed to be wrinkled or is it wrinkled because she didn't iron it? I like clothes that are like that because I don't iron stuff.
Or is it wrinkled because she didn't iron it?
The thing is, we only have one steamer, and it's always at the shop to steam clothes for our clothing room. And so occasionally I have to go to the shop to steam my clothes. I think I need to break down and buy another steamer.
Yeah.
I almost bought a vintage one. They had a vintage Jiffy steamer at Savers, but it was $60, and I was like,
you know what? That might have been a deal because new they're like $250.
I know, but what if it didn't work?
You can plug them in right there and try them.
Kind of in a hurry.
They have a plug for you to try.
You know, if it's meant to be, it'll still be there when I go next week.
Okay.
All right, the inside is all painted. I don't always paint the insides of things, but I felt like this needed it. I don't love this brown color.
These bottle brushes are crisp and really easy to use. I even shifted a little on this third one and it didn't care. It's like, whatever, I got nice crisp needles.
So it comes with 4 in the set, right?
Yes, and they are, I'll show you the size difference on them. I just put them up against the bottom of the tray and did them all the same. And it looks like the bottom of the stencil is cut the same and they just kind of get bigger. So it really helps space it too.
Yeah, I've not seen stencils for bottle brush type Christmas trees, and I love me a skinny tree.
I also love that I went white with this. So check that out. That was really easy to space. They didn't quite fit because the stencil did get bigger. I just kind of eyeballed it and spaced it because you can see this is the smallest one, and then this is the bigger one. But the margins are about the same on them, so if you just space them according to the margin or overlap, it was really easy to get the spacing. I'll show you again. All right, now that that's done, I need to stencil some more things. Are you gonna wax this, or do we wanna?
We'll just clear wax it.
Okay. Do we
Not
even have clear wax?
I
don't even think I'm gonna distress this. I like how they look crisp on this one.
Can you paint this belief signs and put the white out?
Yeah.
So do we have any other flat surfaces we could stencil?
White
You could stencil
swan.
do we have a word or something? Because this would be cute to stencil inside that basket. And then we could also stencil, if you wanted to stencil that round box. I mean, I was gonna leave it natural, but I'm not opposed to stenciling it.
Okay.
That might change the price.
I'm going to try out the new heat gun on this because it's gonna need a second coat.
Oh,
This
show.
red is peeking through. The white swan has amazing coverage for a white, but on
that's
this
shiny.
metal, it's shiny and slick. It's gonna basically be a tack coat. Now, we get this question a lot when you're using DIY paint. Because it is so pigmented and it's clay based, it activates fairly easily, which really lends to amazing blending.
And distressing.
But if you want to do multiple coats, your second coat, you got to be quick with it. Like, get it on, don't overwork it, leave it alone,
Be
and you
soft.
won't have any problems. And then once you seal that, it'll be bulletproof. It'll harden up really well and stick really well. But before it's sealed, other paint or liquid or whatever will activate that, and it'll zip right off if you're trying to brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it.
All right. This one is painted.
All right, so I got my paint on here. Did I miss any spots? Oh, I did. I always miss the
I'm
front
gonna paint
lip.
the outside of this. The inside needs to be clean before I get to it. So I'll just do the outside, and then the gals at the shop can match the inside to it, because they love to do that.
Like, what color did she do? All right, so I've got my first coat on there, just real quick coat, and now I'm just evening out my brush strokes because I had to go crazy in a couple spots because of the detail.
I'll just paint kind of inside the lip, and then they can finish.
And then we're gonna test out this new heat gun, see if it does good. It looks like it will. Oh, it's already on.
Careful. Don't burn the house down.
Okay, that's the low setting. High setting.
You can tell it's new because you can smell it's
You
heating
smell
up.
the
It stinks.
plastic.
Yeah, the first time it's been heated up. Oh, I should have.
So the only reason I'm doing this is because of the time constraints of the video. Normally, I would start another piece or start another project, set this over to the side, let it dry. If it's above like 70, 80 degrees, it only takes like 10, 15 minutes to dry up. It dries fast.
Well, and if you don't have a lot of humidity. We live in like the driest state in the country.
No, Nevada has us beat,
Oh, okay.
but that's it. That's the only one.
So people will be like, my stuff doesn't dry as fast as yours. Well, you live where it's humid. We don't have any of that humidity situation here.
We're about to cool off and get really humid. It happens
Like
fast.
snow?
Yeah.
I was like, it's different. It's a dry snow. That's even possible.
Sometimes we get
Sometimes
real.
it's like styrofoam. That's how dry it is. Legit, no joke. We get styrofoam snow.
Like go to shovel and it just like falls off your shovel.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna get this painted, and then when you're done with that, if you hand it over here, I will start drying the tile. Oh, we have another tile to paint
Yeah,
too.
we have 2 tiles.
You know, we get a lot painted when we don't respond to comments.
I know.
I think
But
the reason why
I
I know I miss my friends.
enjoy the interaction on Saturday nights. It's like one of my favorite videos. Oh, I missed them.
I almost want to just go live tonight so I had some interaction, but I'm hoping that when people rewatch this, they comment a lot. That way we can comment back in comments.
Yeah, because we're setting it as a premiere. If you don't know what that is, YouTube has an option where we can preload a video, set it to air at a certain time, and then it runs almost like a live video. Like you can chat back and forth, and there's commentary and things, and we can respond. The video itself will be pre-recorded. But you can only respond while the video is still airing, and then once it's done, it uploads and it's like, oh hey, I'm just a regular video now.
There's a countdown for premieres. It's very exciting.
I love it. I think it's...
I wish they would let you do premieres for live so that way people could jump on ahead of time, you know, and see the lives go in and get all excited.
So there is some software, some third-party software that we could use, but that involves like a laptop and setting things up and
We're not that organized.
using cameras that interface with the laptop.
What?
Yeah, it's a thing. Okay, so you can see I got in, I was like, oh, that's not getting the coverage I want, and I was overworking it and dragging more paint off than I was leaving.
Now you're gonna have to heat gun it for like a second time.
Well, I'm gonna have to do, I think 3 coats on this because I overworked it. But don't stress about it, you know, just add a little extra paint or let it dry and just come over that spot, just a quick little touch and
You need to
it
hit
should
it
be
that
good.
side. I'm getting 1 coat coverage over here with a skeleton key.
Skeleton key is a good coverage.
It's a light color, but it's got a lot of pigment. It looks gray on camera, but it's got a blue hue to it.
You gave me one of the darkest pieces to paint with the lightest color.
Well, you know.
Thanks for that.
Hey, you've given me some weird stuff to paint over the years. You're like, here, paint this color. I'm like, really? Okay.
Hey, it always works out. And I have this new heat gun to test. It's working pretty well.
Caitlin done good. She bought it. Well, I mean, we bought it.
She researched it, and she's a star ninja on Amazon. She's like, what has the most stars out of the most reviews?
And then legit reviews, not the fakesy ones.
Well, it also might have gotten streaky because, you know, with the heat gun, it's not going to be fully dry that fast. Probably got the top dry and then it was damp underneath still.
I don't know what you got going on over there.
All right, let me show you guys this up close. I've been hoarding it to myself down here. When you heat gun stuff, careful picking it up. Sometimes it can be hot. All right, so I like it better already white. It wasn't terrible, the maroon color that it was.
It was like cranberry. Right.
But the white is gonna, when we distress that back and that comes through, it's gonna be awesome. Oop, need more heat here.
Alright, that's about as far down as I can go. So we can paint the rest of it later once I get the dirt out. Okay. Next. Oh, I need more space.
I was talking earlier today about being excited about a 10-hour drive. I'm not even kidding you. I think I need a break off of that roof. My brain is fried from this heat wave we've been having, and being on the roof just adds like 10-15 degrees because it reflects back at you. And I feel like it's made me mushy this week. Like my brain is foggy.
It's okay, because I got you.
I know.
It's all fun and games till you squirt primer on me. There's still primer in my hair.
It was an accident.
I got a shower.
We'll reenact it.
We're
so
gonna
that we can
reenact
show
it?
you exactly how, and we can let you discern if it was an accident or if
You
I
should
primered
not-
her on purpose.
You should not be opening hot cans of primer close to your wife or her cabinets that now need to be.
So the can was actually cool. I noticed that when I picked it up, but it had probably pressurized from like the heat of the day. And when I popped the seal on it, it sprayed all over the place, including Jami and the cabinets and
And your face and my dishwasher.
the
I
new
have
dishwasher
my face.
that's not even hooked up to water yet.
I was more upset about the cabinets because I'm like, he's like, I'll get to him like in 8 or 10 years.
I said 8 months.
But we know what that means. 8 or 10 years. It's okay. I will get to it. I've got to paint when I do the cabinets for the bathrooms or whatever. Well, actually, I already painted all those. Maybe the laundry room.
My rebuttal to that was, well, you can go do the roof and I'll repaint the cabinets.
Excuse me, I did help out with the roof a little bit.
You did great, and I really appreciate that because you did like a whole section of nails on there.
And I removed the roof quite a bit. Most of the roof I removed.
Yeah, she did.
With the help of my neighbor friends.
Which you don't really see that much because Jami doesn't film herself. And so if I'm not there to film her you guys don't get to see the behind the scenes when Jami's actually like doing tons of work.
It's enough that I'm on the roof. I'm afraid of heights. I'm not also gonna film myself.
Okay, I'm gonna heat gun this one more time. I've got really good coverage, and then I'm gonna wet distress it with one of my extra rags from the garage. I'm not leaning because I'm ultra tired. I'm just leaning so that I can see you in the camera here.
He is tired.
A little bit of extra paint there. We don't want.
This looks so much better already.
Oh yeah, that spray paint job was one of the worst I've ever seen. Here, just in case you've forgotten or you're just hopping on, look at that.
Don't try to distress spray paint on metal. It doesn't work.
And don't hit it like right in the middle where it wouldn't probably have any wear on it typically. Like edges are where things get wear.
And I'm not gonna worry about full coverage because I'm going to wet distress this in a good, less cheetah way. We call it cheetah when it's like weird random distressing like cheetah print.
Or you hit like little spots on a large flat surface. They typically don't wear like that unless they've been in the back of a truck or a U-Haul or something and something was rubbing on it the whole time. Alright, we're almost
This would
ready.
probably be better if I had paint in my spray gun. Not spray paint, but DIY paint in my spray gun. That's alright. And you could spray this with spray paint like if you did a good job.
Yeah, and it may be that was an okay job once upon a time,
Or it
but
was primer.
oh, it does look
It
like
doesn't
primer.
really look. I don't know what happened. And maybe it was some kid. You know, when I was little, I used to spray paint all kinds of random stuff when I thought I was a decorator.
I'm gonna go get that rag.
Much to my mother's dismay, she found many things painted that she did not intend to be painted. You paint a lot of bad stuff before you get decent at it. And they didn't have DIY paint when I was a kid. I don't even know if they had Annie Sloan back then. We once spray painted my friend's parents' outdoor cast iron furniture silver. They weren't real happy with it. Apparently it was expensive outdoor furniture. I think I got most of it. But it looked real cute in her room when we made it
Well,
over.
yeah, if it was cast iron.
It was
A
legit.
cast iron pan is like $40-50 new.
Oops. It looked old and dirty. It looked fresh and modern and silver when we spray painted it.
All right, so this is just damp, not soaking, just wet enough that it's gonna really hit the high spots on this.
I'm gonna paint the inside of this because they went as far as to spray paint the inside of it.
I'll get you a close up here in a minute here. Just mostly trying to pick up all the detail that this had.
That's so cute.
This also, if you have like a little bit of streaky paint job too, and you know you're gonna wet distress it, like it also kind of blends that paint together and makes your paint job look nice and smooth and eliminates brush strokes too when you wet distress like this.
Distressing hides a multitude of sins or brush strokes. If it's too brush strokey, it doesn't hide it, so it doesn't hide everything. Oh, I missed a spot on that saucer. It almost looks like a bird feeder, but the bird food would fall out everywhere, so I don't really know.
All right, you guys ready for the grand reveal? It's coming.
Reveal it, reveal it. So good. I think so what I would do, Zeb, because I don't want to do any more streakies, you need to just do just the letters. Otherwise you won't be able to read it. I mean, you can do what you want, but that would be what I would.
No, that's a good call because I was getting down in the low spots and it was getting lost.
It was getting kind of cheetah streaky. It's okay, if you accidentally cheetah streak it, you can come back and repaint it.
Just a little dab here or there.
But don't worry, if your distressing doesn't look right, just touch it up. People are like, wow, that is a lot of skeleton key.
You know, when I was brushing this paint was shiny and nice, but now that I've got 3 coats on here, it doesn't. Ooh, did you almost lose that?
I almost did, but guess what? I caught it.
She did what I was talking about earlier in the week, the random excited yelling.
Earlier in the week, it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday on Waste Not Wednesday?
But I mean, earlier in the week because
we're pretending it's Saturday, remember?
It's Saturday. All right, so I have to paint that other ceiling tile. Should I switch up colors? What other colors do we have? What else did I bring?
You have, yeah, you have black.
Black velvet, black gypsy green.
Ooh, the gypsy green could be cool on
Yeah,
there.
let's try gypsy green. I mean, it's not my normal jam, but it is a good fall color. But first I gotta move this.
Okay, we're getting there. I was gonna reveal it, but then I'm like, oh, I need to make these
He was
letters.
not ready for the reveal.
I need to make these letters stand out a little more. And that E is looking like an F, so we're gonna work on that a little bit.
Normally when Ivy photographs stuff and doesn't paint it, she's gonna be like, what? Because we don't paint it to the live and she photographs before our live.
So how are we gonna do that? Are we gonna go over early in the morning and just be like, everything on the table?
I put it under the table.
Oh, that's even better.
Under the studio table, everything under the studio table, that's how she knows, because the studio is kind of a mess, so we have to. This is like a very close match to that bowl. I think I was on point calling it gypsy green.
Yeah, it's almost identical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the reveal. There you go. You can see the letters a lot better. The detail pops a lot more. The white will pick up the shadows better than a dark color will.
Yeah, you can read that. Before you couldn't read it. I mean, I'm not dissing the manufacturers, but somebody needs to call up those warehouses in, where is that, probably made in China?
It doesn't
And
say.
be like, listen, Linda.
Price tag, that part of the price
You
tag's
can't
gone.
read your sign. While it's cute, you can't read it. Oh, that was a chair, not my bum.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, because it's your chair.
What else do we, oh, we wanted to paint these candlesticks, huh?
Yeah. I've run out of space to dry things though, so I think I'm gonna have to start drying stuff with heat.
Oh, what do you think gravel road, is that light enough to contrast with this black?
What if you use gypsy green?
Oh, I like that. I love green.
I know you do, that's why I offered it. Okay, how about I just need that.
Okay, this has to heat gun over here because we only have power on one side. On our new island, we have power on both sides.
How long does it stretch?
It could stretch a long way. I just don't know. You
Oh
might.
yeah, just put it underneath, sweetie, put it underneath the
It
ledge.
can't go underneath
Why not?
because it'll pop it out of the receptacle. Because
Oh,
this
I'll just plug it
receptacle's
in over here.
because this receptacle's
Oh, it's
old.
loose.
We have used it a lot. All right, there you go. Is that gonna reach?
Yes.
Don't knock off your bird.
My bird situation.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. My terracotta bird.
That is not the proper brush application.
Yeah, don't clean green paint.
It's working, but I have.
You have other options.
I must have got some white on that. I do have other options. I got a little Frenchie here.
A little Frenchie.
Which,
A little Frenchie sounds like we're just gonna make out a little bit. Like just a little Frenchie.
Yeah, just gets in all the details just enough. But if you have any brush needs, we have how many brushes on JamiRayVintage.com? Like probably 30 or 40 different brushes.
Everything Paint Pixie makes. We have all of their stencil brushes. Those are signature line for us. And then we also carry zipper brushes. So we have all the DIY brushes too.
Yeah, so we have all kinds of brushes for all sorts of different techniques and finishes and painting furniture, specifically for painting furniture. But we also have Turquoise Iris, Dion's line
yes.
of artist brushes too that she uses.
We get to see Dion tomorrow, and Debbie, and Josie, and Mara, Josie, Sally, Sarah, Kathy. Now, you've never met She's from Georgia. Jane Belt. You've only seen her online. I met her at boot camp. Yeah, Jane Belt's coming. I'm excited to see her.
Yep, it'll be fun.
I think there's. And
I'm always the only guy there,
coming.
unless I think Debbie's dad will probably be around.
He likes to stay in the background. I wonder if Bobby will be there. Have you ever met Bobby?
I met Bobby a couple times. Yeah.
I like Bobby.
He came over bringing delicious steaks. He did not stay to cook them. He just brought them.
They were already cooked. He cooks steak and salmon for Debbie. Okay. Very cautiously doing that. You know, the thing is, the one thing about having the studio and painting in the shop is my sink has never been cleaner. I no longer wash paintbrushes in it. The farmhouse, though, has big slop sink in the garage, so I will never be washing brushes in the sink, in the kitchen, only in the slop sink. The slop sink is so big that we could give Jack a bath in it. We could probably give me a bath in it if I had to.
Yeah, you could probably sit down in there. I think it's about a 50-gallon sink. It's big.
I mostly am excited to wash junk finds in it.
All right, one coat.
Oh yeah, those are gonna need a couple of coats.
Yeah, they're resin and they're kind of. I've got all the slick stuff and all the dark colored stuff tonight. I think you planned that.
Yes, it was my evil plot to paint more than you.
Is it? I was trying to convince Jami that she needs to drive some to California because there's a game I play called Clash Royale, and they have a new update coming out tomorrow, and I haven't been able to play it for months because of been working at the farmhouse. I think if she drove. You
complain every time I drive, and I have a bunch of ordering. I have like 3 or 4 hours of work that I need to get done.
It's true. Car. I drive everywhere. It was mostly in jest.
And except for editing videos, all of the computer work and that kind of stuff is generally done by me.
I do payroll.
Oh, yeah.
And the scheduling, which I don't know why I'm doing scheduling right now because
you haven't
I
done
don't
a
know who
scheduling
works.
forever. I make sure I cover shifts.
Well, so I did all the scheduling and then Caitlin copied it and pasted it for like 9 months.
Yeah,
awesome.
Pretty much everybody always works the same. Well, that's hot. And payroll takes you like 10 minutes.
I know. Unless someone forgets to clock out.
Lauren. She doesn't watch our live, so I can say that.
All right. Sorry, I'm messing with the camera again. Are you going to heat gun that one?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a few more minutes here.
Yeah, we got to get to wet distressing and white waxing.
Oh, are you going to white wax that?
I'm going to white wax lots of stuff. We just line it up.
Oh, because we got like literally like 4 minutes.
Oh, it's okay. We could go over like 5 minutes.
Okay.
We got to see the end effect. If we don't do it now, it's never going to happen.
We'll take it to the shop in the morning, and Ivy will be like, you want this on the website?
We're like, could you white wax that first?
Ivy's crafty. She'd be good for it.
Yeah, she does. She makes those cute pictures with rocks. We have one in the basement, but it's had some authentic battle damage.
Everything in our house has authentic battle damage.
What happens when you have boys?
You know what? Since Harrington's gone to college, the tweezers, the toenail clippers, and all of my electronic chargers and devices no longer go missing.
Except for the girls still steal all my brushes. Last night I took a shower, had to go to bed with a wet head.
That's never been a problem for me in our whole married life.
Had to go to bed with a wet head that was not brushed. You know what my hair looked like this morning? It looked like I had mange. It's alright, I brushed through it. Lots of good conditioner. Alright.
So Jack had me comb his hair for church on Sunday, and he's like, Dad, how come you even know how to brush hair? It's like, you don't have any. You've never had to do this before. I'm like, Jack, when I was a kid, I had hair. It blew his mind. It's like, what?
We're gonna have to show him.
I had to conjure up a picture and show him.
You had a little bit of hair when we started dating.
Yeah, I never had an overabundance of hair. It was always thin and wispy.
So you know who has thin hair is Redrick. Although Redrick still has more hair than you did as a kid.
Yeah.
You just didn't. You were follically challenged. It's okay. You make up for it in so many other skills. I mean, not that hair is a skill, but my messy bun does take some skill.
I feel like it is a skill.
This is like I worked all day, sweat, was in the wind at a cheerleading, had 4 outfit changes, and still, this is my hair.
I'm pretty sure your dad holds the power of his full head of hair at 87 years old over me. It's like he's Samson or something.
He likes to run his fingers through his hair. My dad has a lot of curly hair, and he definitely likes to do it at church, in front of all the old guys at church, like, how do you like my hair? And the first thing when I took him to go see the heart doctor, that the heart doctor told him was, you have a great head of hair. Like, I know. My mom has quite a bit of hair too. I have lots of hair and lots of eyebrows, so I guess that's good. I'm well embrowned. You're well embrowned.
I am well
Yours are
embrowned.
blonde.
But you can't hardly tell because they're like the same color as my face.
Except for when the 4-inch eyebrow hair glistens in the sun.
Hey, don't touch it. It's the secret to my magic.
Your eyebrow hair?
Yeah. It's like the glass slipper. You know, you can't be leaving that behind after midnight. Things happen. If you pull my magic eyebrow hair, something might happen.
I keep telling you that one day you're going to wake up and I'm going to be over the top of you pulling that eyebrow hairs out.
One of these days I'll break down and I'll start trimming them, but that day is not yet.
Is it going to be like your nose hair situation?
No, because that's on the outside of my face.
This is on the outside of your face?
I know, this is what I'm saying. The eyebrow hair is on the outside of my face.
Well, so is your nose hair. Before you start trimming it.
Alright, can you heat gun this one and I'll second coat this one?
Hold on, I will in a second. I'm heat gunning all my skeleton key items. There's a plentiful amount of skeleton key.
I actually like the way this gypsy green dried. It's kind of a lighter color without.
Yeah,
and then
if you want it to be lighter, then you just add
we'll,
white swan to it.
It's a trick we pull with aviary too. Aviary is more of like an earthy, like
moss.
Yeah. This
like
is
old wood with moss growing on it color. Do we have any more rags?
Do we have more rags? I've got like a.
Is this where all the rags are that should be
I've got like a
shop?
5-gallon bucket out there. I didn't put them out there.
Are
I
they
just.
clean?
Yeah. They've been laundered. I mean, there's some sawdust because they've been in my garage.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, a couple little shakes and it's right on out of there.
Oh, you need to check that rolling pin, the date on it, so you need to make that before you go.
All right, I will.
Alright. See how much stuff I painted?
Did you heat gun my? You're
I'm
still
getting to
going.
it. I'm getting to
Well,
it.
technically, we could just do one and show them.
You still have to finish it before tomorrow, because I just gotta take pictures.
So that darker color is what it's going to look like more when it's sealed. So we're going on this trip, right? And I'm like, where do we want to eat? We should map out where we want to eat. We're leaving the kids at home with grandma and grandpa, and the nanny's coming to babysit everybody.
They're not coming to babysit grandma and grandpa.
Grandma and grandpa are on their own, but they will be here just in case. But, and Jamie's like, I don't care where we...
Pepsi, my dad will be okay.
Jamie's like, I don't care where we eat, you decide. I'm like, what? And guys, if you've ever tried that out, like deciding where to eat, like you're like, oh hey, that looks good. No, I don't feel like that. Hey, that looks good. No, I don't feel like that right now.
Like I don't know what I want, but I need you to make suggestions until something sounds good. That's just the way it works. I don't make up the rules. That's just the rules are how they are.
And once you get past like Payson here in on the I-15, there's not very many options until you get down to Cedar or St. George on your way to California.
I hope the kids went to bed.
Oh yeah, I put Jack and Redrick to bed. So I have a V-Bucks packed with both boys. So if they mess around while we're gone,
virtual money.
They do, yeah.
They're lucky that you're their dad because I am not giving kids money for things that don't actually exist in the real world.
That's what they would spend the real money that you gave them on, though.
That's up to them. I cannot buy V-Bucks, virtual items.
V-Bucks, if you don't know, is for a game called Fortnite, and they can buy like special emotes and outfits and things so that their guy stands out when they're running around on the map. I guess you would call them, I think they're called vanity items.
They're called waste money.
Well, so is a Snickers bar, but I still love them.
It's substance.
Is it? Sorry, Snickers. Didn't mean to throw you under the bus.
I think we have Snickers ice cream bars. I saw them on the Costco order. I didn't order last time. Eliza and Grandma did. So I don't know.
Well, I'm surprised we didn't.
I was like, did you get any berries? No. Did you get any milk? No. But they got ice cream bars.
If your mom was ordering, I'm surprised we didn't get 18 different varieties of ice cream.
We did get those ice cream bars that we ate the other day with the nuts on them too.
Oh,
I brought you one.
The Kirkland version of Haagen-Dazs?
Yeah, those are none.
Should have painted that upside down. I didn't. I did it on the other one and it went great, and I didn't do it on this one.
I always do that, and then I'm like, oh, but can't flip it upside down now. Okay. Let go.
All right, is this ready for a wet distress?
Yes, it is.
I'm just going to use my same rag that I used for the white swan.
Okay. Just be careful because that's going to come off fast.
Yep.
And it's shiny. The shinier it is, the fresher the paint is, the faster the paint distresses off.
Yeah, I'll bring this close so you guys can see. I always love the magic of the wet distress, and this has a little bit of white on it. It's like I've already white waxed it.
I think it's just the like pigment kind of going around. What I like to do is wet distress and then take a dry rag and go back, and it really gets the details. I actually think maybe not white wax, maybe just clear wax on it.
Yeah, it's looking good.
We'll just separate out the things that have been painted and to white wax and clear wax. I think Cam's coming in tomorrow. Camry's going to college and I'm kind of sad. I am a lot sad.
You and Jean can have a day.
I know. Well, Jean will probably have a day. I get her sister is coming, so Tanea. I'm like, hey, I love me a Dalton.
All right, are you gonna clear wax that, or are we just gonna?
We'll just.
I think that heat gun's been running for the last 20 minutes of the live video. It's like, like you feel a little tense and you don't realize why, and then the sound goes away.
All
like,
right.
oh, that was it.
So this needs to be wet distressed, and then these skeleton cake. I'll go grab another. Where's the other washcloths?
They're under the wood workbench.
Okay.
There's like a whole old milk crate bin full of them, and then they're spilling out over on the side, and some are folded and some are not, and I would go with a folded one because it probably has less sawdust on it.
I see your new tool is out there. Have you played with your lathe replicator yet?
No, because you said hold on, you put the brakes on my plans.
Well, because we kind of have a house to finish.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
It's okay. It's all right. We didn't need more on our plate right now. If you don't know what we're talking about, we haven't really discussed it a ton, but we were going to do some wholesale wood items for our stencil
For our
retailers, and some fun kits and wood items that are kind of hard to find and things. And my brother Ty was going to come up and kind of spearhead that, and Mariah
And
was
they
going to
still
help
are.
him.
It's just gonna be a minute.
But she had to have a couple of surgeries, and I was going to start it and be like, oh, well, we'll get this going, and I got to finish this house before we're like another winter and not living in it.
And it's football season, so we're busy.
Yeah, and you know, the whole reason that I started being, well, not the whole reason, but a large part of why I started like coming on with Jami and being self-employed is because I don't want to miss games or watching my girls cheer
That's why
or
we do what we do.
anything like that. So we went in the middle of roofing and caught a football game and watched a cheerleader cheer her heart out. She is the captain and she gets it.
She does. She smiles and she's loud and she's all the things that cheerleaders are supposed to be.
Yeah, Odelia does great.
Alright. I think this just needs to be worn there.
And I really like that this had a little bit of hint of white swan on it. Look at kind of like this. It's kind of
like you whitewashed it.
It's kind of like a cloudy effect on there. Once we wax that, that'll clean up.
This needs white wax. I did bring some white wax.
Do we have clear wax?
Huh? I don't know. You can look in our green cabinet here. I was actually surprised.
But this is
cabinet.
plastic, and the magic of paint. Look at how much that brought that detail out and made that just shine.
You know what I don't have is a rag to buff this with.
Oh, I got that too.
You
I'll
know?
go get a clean one.
All right.
Are you gonna white wax those, or are you gonna go for
I'm
clear wax?
gonna white wax these and not these. These are gonna just get clear waxed. There you go. Now you can see what I'm doing.
All right, you ready for me to buff that one?
Here, I'm gonna wax it and pass it
Do
to
you have the gypsy green lid? Let me put the lid on this.
I do. There's that. I'm just gonna wax on it and then you can just warm buff it. You like my joke? So what happens?
I could have sworn that was a dad joke right there.
It's a very tired mom joke. Like, what else do I need to get done?
Oh, we haven't even. We're up doing this video. We haven't even packed to go. I don't even know what I'm gonna
I
wear.
picked out some new clothes at the shop.
And I have worn all of my shoes, like every pair of shoes that I have, to the farmhouse and worked in them, and they're all dirty and painted and tar from the roof.
Somebody bought an expensive item off the website and said Zeb need to get himself new shoes. Just so you know, Zeb does not have new shoes because I don't buy them. Zeb doesn't have new shoes because Zeb hasn't taken the time to order them or go pick them out. He's pickier than I am. I just order them on the internet. Zeb has to try them out. And
I'm an athlete. They gotta fit my feet.
You're an athlete?
I was. I still want to be. I'm an athlete at heart.
Okay. I know what I like and I just order something that I've already owned before. That makes it easy. And Zeb's like, but what if they change up the style? What if it doesn't fit the same?
All valid questions.
Then you just return it. Destroy it.
You know, I don't try anything else on at the store, okay? I don't try shirts on or pants. I'm like, is that a 38 loose fit? Yeah, let's do it. That'll fit me. It has for the last 20 years.
Because you don't wear anything that's fitted, so it doesn't really matter.
Yep. Shirts, XL. Not the Heather. The Heather XLs, those are tight.
He doesn't not like athletic fit where it's a little snug.
Oh.
Every now and then he gets a snug shirt and I'm like, you'll be okay.
Will I?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Alright. We're getting there. We're getting there, Zeb. Alright. Buff fast.
I am.
Not a lot to do.
What else do you have to wax?
I got 3 more things.
So we're not gonna wax the bottle brush trees. They'll get a clear wax. Did you not bring the clear wax?
No, or I might just brush a clear coat on them.
So only one stencil debut. We could probably show you a stencil a week and not blow through it. So we're gonna have a day where we probably do a bunch of stencils and things, but this is a really fun one. I think these would be fun on like greeting cards or even on like gift tags or whatever. I think there's this one's small enough. You could put that on a little gift tag. Done. You can mix up the colors, whatever you want to do. Okay.
I like this as is.
Yeah, I don't think
So
I think
clear
the
wax on this one.
I think the cream coming through
It
that
went
one
from
worked
like
out.
early 2000 brown to like that. It's awesome. I'm gonna do a little bit more distressing since I'm not gonna. This is the very official way you ball it up and done. There we go. That's better. I like it. Okay. That's just gonna get clear wax at the shop. And then this is coming off easy. This is that little tin, one-handled wonder planter.
You know, when you get this stuff and you start bringing it in from the thrift store, and every now and then, usually I'm pretty used to like when she brings stuff home. This one I was like, oh, that needs some help. But that turned out really cool.
It's way cute. Put some greenery in there. Done.
Well, and you're using one of my favorite colors too.
Well, yeah, that's how I win you over. Skeleton key.
It's like blues and grays are my favorite, and it's a mix of both.
So I use skeleton key and aviary, and I said you could pick all the restaurants. I don't even know who I am.
I feel like that's the.
I might wake up and feel differently.
I feel like that's the bargaining chip that you get to.
I know. I'm like, what did I need?
Ride over there, and then we get there, and I'm like, oh, what are we doing now? That's your day at the beach where I like go frolic in the waves, and you just lay there for hours and hours.
We have like a few hours at the beach if we're lucky.
No, we'll be busy the whole time. We're there.
All right, there you go. This is awesome. Definitely needs white wax, so the white wax is gonna make that even better.
If you want to scroll back in the video to see what this looks like, if you can't remember, much improved on this as well. Just probably maybe a couple ounces of paint.
Yeah, it doesn't take much paint. That's the thing about decor. You could buy a sample of paint and just paint a ton of stuff.
Okay, and did you wax this one or no?
It needs wax, and this is the last piece to the paint puzzle tonight. This is not as deep of detail, so I gotta be careful. I don't want to make it streaky. Just want to take the paint off the high details.
I was having a little bit of trouble with that with the sign. I'm like, oh, there's so much detail on this. It's not taking enough off. It's looking spotted.
Well, that's what happens when you got pressed tin that doesn't have enough height to it, so you just gotta go over the top and don't push down in the crevices, and then it just takes the paint off the top.
Oh, this pulled a lot more paint off. It activated the paint.
Oh, it probably was wet from the
because it wasn't
wet distress. It's
yeah.
okay, it looks good. It's a happy accident. Alright, this definitely needs white wax. Let me heat gun this before we wax it, because I don't want more paint to come off of this.
She said 5 minutes. You guys are getting like an extra 20.
It's alright. It's already late anyways.
Yeah, no big deal.
You gotta stay up and...
I just gotta go finish editing the other video.
I got a pack for you.
That's not allowed.
If I don't pack for you, then you don't ever get it done.
All I need is like one pair of shorts, one t-shirt, change of underwear, and some socks. And don't forget my toothbrush.
We're gonna be gone 2 days. Don't you think 2 pairs of underwear?
No.
You just flip them the wrong side out?
Yeah, well, no. I'm not even going to be doing anything. I'm going to be chilling out in the car.
You still go to the bathroom. You need a change of underwear.
What happens when you go to the bathroom?
Like, what happens when you go to the bathroom and you're sweaty and you have to squat? Yeah.
Gotta keep that clean.
All right. Let me get the white wax. Where's the brush?
The brush is right here.
Okay, I'm almost done.
Almost there. All right, so skeleton key on 3 different pieces. You can see the contrasting in colors just by distressing and bringing that out, making it two-tone. So this one was a darkish purpley color.
It looked
with
like
some
a bruise.
blue.
It looked like a bruise.
Some blue on it. This was like a, I want to say like a, it was trying to look like brass, but it was too dark.
You couldn't see any of the detail.
And then where's my sign that I did?
It's behind you.
This is, this was like a maroon color. You can see the back here.
Sorry, the sign is loud.
Make that believe pop out. And then we got the bottle brush trees. Fun little tray
That was
turned
really
festive.
simple.
That took like what? When I was doing it, what was that? Like maybe a minute?
Yeah, not long at all.
Painted a lot of stuff tonight.
I know.
And then these, I don't think, yeah, we don't have clear wax here. So you'll have to imagine these a little bit darker, but they'll darken up and really get some rich tone to them and catch all those details and really highlight that.
I'm almost done.
And then also this tin here.
That one did not get any wax, so we'll just clear wax it so it'll be a little bit darker.
This one was light underneath, so we don't need to white wax it. It kind of basically has that
It was
effect
beigey.
on its own.
All right, I'm almost done, I promise.
You keep saying that. Like that's like your 5th time.
Well, I gotta really get it in there because you gotta work this clay paint to polish it and get the highs and the lows. And I don't want the people not to see like the full effect.
All right. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 pieces done, and we did a good 40 minutes of talking before that. So
I think that's a good way.
if you have some decor, get to painting, and it's a fun, really fun way to change it up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I'm good.
All right.
Doesn't bother me.
It's a little splotchy, but it'll dry out. And we'll buff it again in the morning, but it turned out really good. I like it. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting up JamiRayVintage.com for the paint and products and stencils that we used tonight. JamiRayVintageHome.com if you want to buy any of this decor or any home decor and clothes. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more.
DIY.
Love you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Man, you wax that so hard you're out of breath.
I am. Whew. It's late and it was a workout.